Hello, Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs in twin flame relationships. How you doing? I am your reader for today. Mark Angelo, Lyons at DrawingTheCircle Productions, Mal for short. They are my initials. The decks are blessed. This reading is for August 2019. I know we're already into the month, but the inspiration just came a couple of days ago, and I'm moving through them as the grace and guidance comes. So just to clarify, twin flames are a little bit different how I'm reading them here. My take on it, there's a whole video I did on it called Clarifying Twin Flames, Soulmates, and True Loves. It's in the box below if you want to go check it out. The essential foundation being that a twin flame relationship is one in which a pre-incarnational contract has been agreed to between both participants, one twin and the other, so to speak, in order to teach each other how to heal themselves. In other words, they are tumultuous, they are passionate, they are transformative, but they are not necessarily, they are not soulmate relationships which are satisfying and you help each other heal. There's a big difference. In other words, the twin flame cannot give you what you need, only you can give you what you need in that case. And yet the relationships can be in any form, twin flames, not just romantic sexual. They can be familial, right? Parent-child, sibling. They can be political. They can be at work. They can be in friends. Any tribal situation, there's usually a twin flame in there. Someone to really trigger your stuff and teach you how to love, heal, and respect yourself. Right? Can even be someone that you've never even met, but maybe you see on TV. I'm going to leave that there. So what we're going to do is lay down 14 cards only, no clarifiers. The top line will be for the sun sign, the sun, moon, rising, Venus sign that I'm reading, in this case, Gemini. Welcome, Geminis. My subscribers, welcome back. If you haven't subscribed, please do. So the first line will be one card from each deck just for the Gemini in this case. The second line will be the other in the twin flame relationship, and I'm sure in a lot of cases the cross watcher. So cross watcher, there you have it, right? The second line's about you, most likely. And then the third line will be for the relationship overview using each of the other decks, except for the archetype cards. We're just pulling one each for you, Gemini, and for the other in this twin flame relationship. So the deck has, all the decks have been blessed very nicely, actually. Felt very lovely doing that. So let's dive. My pantheon of angels, gods, and masters. Let this be the best reading I've ever given. Please use me as a channel of grace and guidance for this, my brothers and sisters, Gemini, in twin flame relationships. Please, one card. Please show us one card, an archetype, a flavor of power, a clue to the contract of the role that they are playing in this twin flame relationship for August. I feel you. 2019. That's the one. It's sticky, but that's the one. Ready? Here we go. Gemini, the detective. Very, very Gemini. We will define that when I get the other ones laid out. The light and the shadow of that are fascinating. I've got a touch of the detective in me, but it's not dominant. It's just when needed. It's just part of the Swiss Army witch that I am. Anyway, here we go. My angels, please. One card for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign in this twin flame relationship. A card of clarity for August 2009. Here we go. Soulmate. Now here's the thing, there isn't a twin flame card in this deck. Kind of wish they were, but Doreen Virtue did not make and design the cards that way, so it is what it is. So for this card, since according to my new take on this, relatively new take on it, a soulmate and a twin flame are not the same contract. They are different contracts indeed. Where a soulmate is satisfying, you help each other heal. You are definitely a support system in that way. Where twin flame, it really is about teaching each other how to heal yourself. And that sounds pretty, but think about it, right? So I'm going to take this card in this position to mean that there's definitely a pre-incarnational contract involved here, but soulmate, not sure, unless that indicates that there is another person involved in this situation that is soulmate based, but we're not drawing that conclusion just yet. We've got other decks To feel out here. My gods, please, one card for this. The Geminis, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs in twin flame relationships for the month of August 2019. There it is. I feel it right on top. Oh, the Wanderer, very Gemini, very Gemini. We will talk about that. The Nine of Flames, which is the Nine of Wands. We will get there. Definitely the Wanderer. Well, not all who wander are lost. Let's keep that in mind, at least off the top of my head. My masters, please, one card here for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs in twin flame relationship for the month of August 2019. Please, one card in clarification. I feel you. Self-consciousness. Interesting. Just because Gemini, there's always going to be one voice and reflection of the other. The critical witness voice in particular. That being said, let's get a whisper of true love for the Geminis here. Please, my pantheon of angels, gods, and masters, one card, please, a whisper of true love for Gemini. In this twin flame relationship for August 2019, just a little grace, a little guidance, a little whisper of love. You are limitless. Recognize this truth. You can do anything you choose to. Okay? Feeling that out. I mean, it's a very, very lovely thing here, particularly, I'll read the detective because that will make sense with the Wanderer. The detective, every archetype is light and shadow. We start reading the light attribute. Great powers of observation and intuition desire to seek out the truth. There's something very active in that, right? I believe this is action family. If it's not action, it's wisdom family. Shadow attribute, voyeurism, falsifying information. So really feeling that the shadow on that is so dark, voyeurism, if there is that kind of sneaky Pete stuff going on here, scoping and probing, as my friend Lillian used to say back in Boston. That's not what I'm feeling here, but certainly with the card of the Wanderer there, I can see some drive-bys going on, seeing who's home. That being said, the detective in this situation, with this card of the soulmate, that there's something really about following the intuition and following the information to seek out the truth, but the truth about what? Well, we've got the Wanderer here. So imagine a detective in wandering, of gathering information, right, of following the lead of a soulmate, but that may well be in this particular relationship in a twin flame. And particularly with the note of self-consciousness, there's a sense of almost looking, not the paranoia of looking over one's shoulder, but like, am I doing this right? Is this okay? Like, how am I doing? How am I doing? That there is a sense of separation from self, from the one being fully present in the moment, that there's a lot of making sure either appearances look the right way or that you're doing it the right way. And again, there's that back and forth of the Gemini mind, that even if one side agrees, no, we look great, the other one's like, but still, what about and on and on and on and on and on, leading you to then this really beautiful card that says that you are limitless. That if you can get, I'm getting this, the larger expanse, the larger picture of this Gemini, which you usually enjoy, not quite like an Aquarius likes the larger picture, but to really get that this is a journey that you're on, and that though you are wandering, you are headed in the right direction if you seek truth. Use the detective to seek truth, not just the truth in, or we'll see who the other is in this, certainly, but particularly with that self-consciousness, it's almost saying, it's like reflect back into yourself, what's not just what's true for you, but what is really truth for you, particularly in terms of your investigation of maybe just soulmate energy in general, let alone reincarnational contracts and past lives and the path of true love and all of that, right? Let's get one for the other here. My pantheon of angels, gods, and masters. It feels so nice to say that prayer. Hi. Can can we please have one card for the other in this Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, twin flame relationship for August 2019? The soul power represented, the archetype represented for the other in this relationship. Got it. Ooh, the gambler, the detective and the gambler. This, yeah, I could feel a little twin flamey in that. This could be a fun and exciting, but turbulent, because what you both have in common is intuition. But we'll get to that when I read the card. Don't worry, I will read the card. But can you feel the animation? Zzz, and it's not all coffee. That is tasty, tasty. All right, let's ask the angels. My angels, please. One card for the other in this Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, twin flame relationship. Oh, I feel that. I feel that. Please, one card to clarify the other in this twin flame relationship with the Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign for August 2019. There it is. Self-acceptance. Self-acceptance and then self-consciousness with the Gemini here. So that they're definitely there. It feels like there is a lesson here. There is a sharing here. There's something to be taught in the twin flame thing itself, that you can be such polar opposites in that particular sense, right? So I can feel that. What I felt in that card was this easiness, this softness, that this gambler may indeed be a cool, or shall I say a smooth operator, My gods, please, one card for the other in this twin flame relationship with Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. August 2019, a clue, a tip, a hint, just a little insight about this other, this gambler. There we go. Ooh, success. Success, Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles, yes, fair distribution. We're used to seeing that in traditional tarot, but I always see this card as a success under handicap, that even though, you know, you're not all the way home, it's just a six, it's still, there's a momentum there. And particularly because it is depicting the Special Olympics, there really is that sense of, look, if you're moving forward, if you're in the game at all, you win, right? That there's something about playing along with this. But again, that pentacle, it's that pentacle energy, that there is action and forward movement here. And just to clarify there, here we've got the Taurus on top with the wheels, and then we've got the other on the bottom with the wheels. So a 9 and a 6, 69. Well, at least we know who's on bottom. Okay, let's move on. I mean, I don't have to work completely clean. That's distracting now. So my masters, thank you. Nice little Windex on the third eye, please. My masters, please. There you are. One card, please, in clarification, elucidation about this other in this Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, twin flame relationship for August 2019. I'm really getting a sense of this, so please, please clarify. One clear card. One clear card to just help put this into perspective for Taurus. Here we go. Well, romance. There we have it. This person is in it for the romance. the gambler is willing to most likely take the risk, and they're on a roll. They are on a roll. This does not feel brand new. And that soulmate card keeps catching my eye. In this reading, we still have that whisper of love to lay down. That'll give some indication, but I mean, yes, it's true that some twin flames can be transformed into soulmates, but I do understand that that's an exception, and that would have to be part of the contract before you came in. It would have to be a pretty big deal, one would think, in terms of the service to the divine plan. That's why I think I might be in one, but ultimately, who knows? But the turbulence here in this relationship, I get it, with the detective and a gambler. Like, I can see the detective like trying to find clues about what the gambler's doing with their time, with their money, with their whatever. Yeah, but it feels like they're really solid, self-accepting themselves here, and are kind of moving along down the path with this relationship, and are totally in it for the romance. So let's get a whisper of love for the other, please. My pantheon of angels, gods, and masters. Oh. Please, a whisper of love, one card representing the other in this Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign twin flame relationship for August 2019. It's this one. Choose love. Choose love. You always have a choice as to what you should do. So to choose love, what would love do? What would love do? Now that might very well be the gamble that they're taking, that they want to choose love here. Now, we still have that third line to lay down for the relationship itself in overview. So this could very much appear like a soulmate relationship, with that, particularly with that card sort of glaring at me. But if I take that as pre-incarnational contract, what we're looking at here is about self-acceptance individually. And I wonder what the acceptance is like in between the two in terms of their own differences, because the detective, particularly being Taurus, might be very persistent in terms of wanting the truth, wanting the truth, wanting the truth. Oh, why the gambler, I'll read the card in a second, might be more like totally more in the flow, not so much thinking the long-term, long-range here. Okay, so the light attribute of the gambler. Willingness to follow intuition even when others doubt you. So even if the detective is doubting, it's like the light side of this is like, well, okay, but I got to do this. It's not something logical, rational, right? It is an intuitive thing. A shadow attribute, relying on luck rather than hard work. So the taking of a risk here, the taking of a gamble, that it sort of changes the tone of this relationship, where it might very well seem like, oh my God, this is so satisfying if this is relatively new. To get that Gemini, you are limitless in this, that you can really play this as many different ways as you want. And right now, as the wanderer, perhaps you don't know exactly what it is, which direction to go and where it's going to go, and that's making you a bit self-conscious. But this feels like there is love to be had here, and just because it's a twin flame relationship doesn't mean that love isn't the answer. It just may be a triggery, challenging, tumultuous relationship where you learn how to heal and love yourself. Let's pull the last four cards here for the relationship itself. So my angels, please, one card. Overall overview of this Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, twin flame relationship for August 2019. Healing. Now, it's so funny. They said to me, no conclusions drawn. And that's really important to know in readings in general, right? It's like a temperature reading. It's like a weather report. Things can change, particularly once you start going into prayer, meditation. You clear a chakra, do a spell, right? Start infecting the quantum with different vibrational stuff. But to know that the overall thing, that this is for healing, and if it is truly twin flame, is what the cards were blessed for and what the intention of these readings are. Again, go watch the video clarifying twin flame, soulmates, and true lovers to really get why it's about, yes, it's burning and it's transformative, but it's learning how to heal yourself, learning how to love yourself, to give yourself what the other cannot by contract. And they may be able to give to somebody else completely and wholeheartedly, you know, just how it is. Those are the rough ones, but those are the ones that are necessary on the path of true love for sure. So my gods, please, one card clarifier, please, an overview. There you are, an overview of this Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, twin flame relationship for August 2019. Jumped right in my hands. Aquarius. Now, just because a court card popped up does not mean this is a third-party situation all of a sudden, not in the overview. Oh, but this is indeed the overview. Remember how earlier I said to get that larger picture, Gemini, that's more Aquarius. Well, that this Aquarius card does kind of say, not just pull back, pull up. Look at the larger picture here. Gemini, you're good at details, right? Well, I'm a Virgo. We're both ruled by Mercury. I get it. We can get lost in details. but the distraction is a thing. Pull back, see larger picture. You'll get more of the collective pieces of the puzzle in context if you pull back on this and see this really from an 8th chakra perspective, really from like, how is this serving my soul? Not just to ask the question, but to say, well, what is it that I need to do here for me? What can I do on my end to heal me? Because I am in this place of wandering, and I can feel you very much want the soulmate. You very much want the satisfying partner thing in this relationship. And, you know, we've got a romance card here, so I can't really honestly, in any right consciousness, put that in any other context than that. But to pull back and say, well, what is the divine lesson? How is this happening for me on a soul level that my personality might not really enjoy? And am I using my detective soul power to find guilt on this person, to find reasons to just get out of this, instead of knowing that I'm limitless, knowing that I can stay or go, but that if I go, I choose to do it, and that I can learn and heal and grow from this in a very powerful way. One more down, right? 2 more down, sorry. We've got the Chuck Spezzano love deck. My masters, please. Yeah, here we go. 1 card, please, for this Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, twin flame relationship for August 2019. No, I'll go around again. Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, twin flame relationship, August 2019. Top card. Intimacy. Now, that there is a healing of intimacy here, but larger picture. It's so funny. What a paradox. Doesn't shock me at all. Paradox is the language of heaven, right? It's the divine plan reeks of paradox. So it's that by kind of seeing the larger picture here, and yes, Aquarius can be about groups and other people and stuff like that. Maybe this is indeed a true healing of the collective, but there are intimacy issues here that are being healed, but you may need to really pull back and maybe away from this person temporarily, either one of you, to kind of see, oh my God, I have this person's bringing up my intimacy issues, or perhaps the converse, the detective is triggering the gamblers. It's very possible, although really it feels like they're in it for the romance, that there's a heart engagement here, and hence they're trusting their gut and their intuition on this. All right, 1 more. Whisper of True Love. Oh, my pantheon of angels, gods, and masters. Why don't I just start every sentence with that? That feels so good. My pantheon of angels, gods, and masters. Oh, please, 1 whisper of true love for this Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus Sun, twin flame relationship for August 2019. Do something for someone else. Well, that's a splash of cold water. Give your attention to someone else. No shit. That's what it say, Gemini. Interesting with intimacy. Oh, but then with that Aquarius card, is there a context for your relationship to serve? Is there? Yes, of course, this may very well be about, do something for the other one, but the nature of the twin flame is about transformation. Can you play the game? Can you see it in your mind from that place, instead of self-consciousness of saying that this does serve, that I am serving them and they are serving me, but not in the way that we thought it would. And look, if it really is one of those supposedly rare twin flame into soulmate, into true lover situations, and blessed be. But that do something for someone else, that feels so strong in me. It's very grounded. It's like serve each other, help each other, play the game deliberately. Don't take it all so personally, because what you're healing in yourself, yes, you're healing for the world, but there may be a larger context here, that this relationship in and of itself is perhaps a service based in a different way than you can conceive it at the moment. If this is new, like if you haven't met this person yet, although twin flames, they're someone who can return from the past. I'm not going into all of that here now. But it feels like I get it. My Gemini detective, I get it. It's like that flavor of soulmate is there. It's calling you forward on the path. But you know, it's like, I don't know, am I doing this right? And just remember you're limitless, that no matter what happens, play the game, choose the game, no matter how this is played out. In that, you really can serve the other person by being a little bit more fearless and loving truly. Whatever this is, near me, near or far, with me or without me, may you be happy. Because then this can really be a very passionate, romantic experience that transforms you both. You have your moments of intimacy, but then perhaps you move on. It's a lovely thing, a twin flame, when done right, when you, I can't believe I'm going to say this, nail the dismount after getting nailed. Anyway, that's what I see for you, my Geminis. I do hope this resonated and gave you a little insight into what's going on here. If you want to go deeper, I'm easy enough to book a reading for. My info is in the description box below. And please do like and subscribe and share and stuff, because it is time for us to do the healings with the twin flames in our lives, because it is accelerating the healing of the world, really. And every heart, as one heart heals, all hearts heal. That's the heart hologram, right? So I wish you the best of luck the rest of this month. But for now, my darlings, my twins, hail, farewell, and blessed be.